Round 2, we'll play first. Yeah, we can keep this. Need some lands to get going, but I think it's worth it. Skirmisher out there. Just a grizzly bear. All right. I'm trying to think if there's some reason I don't want to. If I lose any of these, am I going to be heartbroken? Likely not. Trading a black cat for any of these is not the worst. I'm going to swing into it. I mean, yeah, we have flying ways to win, I guess, but if he doesn't have a creature play, it's going to be good for us since we can attack in. I guess I'll play it safe. I can turn off a Merc Lurker pretty easily, which is kind of nice. Alright, screw this guy. I'm going to oppressive raise his Sentinel. You can see what he thinks of that. Punish that black cat greed. And the nice thing about oppressive raise on Gargoyle Sentinel is that thing is not blocking anytime soon. He needs 6 lands to use its activated ability, and then another. He needs 9 to block flyers with that. All right, if I get a 4th land, we're in marked by honor territory, so we're still pretty good. I guess I could just oppressive raise the Tinkerer. Could wait until he makes another play. Maybe it's a Shadow Cloak Vamp or something. That's better to do. I'm basically just doing this as a 2-point life swing, which isn't that impressive, I guess. Alright, I'm going to chill for another turn then. Divination's pretty good for him. At least Pillar takes care of the big bomb threats. Basically, I just need a land so I can march by honor. I probably wouldn't attack. Maybe he's got Ulcerate. He has his 1 black up, but I'm not going to play around Ulcerate. I wish I could play spells. I guess I gotta play 17 lands. I don't want to. I really don't want to play 17 lands, but I think at this point I might have to. I'm just going to attack with both at this point. I don't even care anymore. he can get the value off Black Cat. Just, it's so frustrating not playing spells. I don't even care anymore. Yeah, he got the spell I think I least wanted him to get, which sucks, but I'm going to accept it unhappily and continue. The 1 in 6 chance on there. I think during sideboard I'm just going to go up to 17 lands. I really didn't want to. I absolutely did not want to. And then of course he gets the guy that's... Yeah, that's about right. Gets the guy that I could Pillar of Light. Once he hits it with the Black Cat, of course. One resource short of Triplicate Spirits. Yeah, this has just been just an absolute nightmare. I think I actually erased the Golem and pass. Yeah, I think we got to just play the waiting game. One more resource and I can do Triplicate Spirits, and then I'm in Seraph of the Masses territory, so got that going for me. I just really assumed we were going to have no issues playing Triplicate Spirits in a deck that had a bunch of 1, 2, 3 drops and really didn't need that many resources, but we're just not getting to raise the alarms early. We're consistently one resource short of casting our powerful spells, which is one of the more frustrating things. It's leaving up 5 lands. He must be playing a spell here. Interesting. Crippling Blight? Okay, my mind is blown. Just use Fester Gloom, which he's running main deck. Main deck, by the way. I guess I shouldn't be... I'm trying to think if I've done it. Maybe I have once. I mean, other people mentioned it. I have seen it main decked, but the fact that he just played it directly before... God! Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Am I not in a good mood right now? Wow. Yeah, this is, wow. I am incredibly frustrated right now. I'm going to take a bajillion damage so I can resolve my Triplicate Spirits. Yeah, just give me a land. Of course not. Didn't attack with my Pegasus, I guess. I guess I should have. I don't know. Might have to chump block with it. I guess at this point, what am I? I'm going to Devouring Light the Golem. Just solid 2-for-1 against myself here. Gonna make that trade. If I get a land, I guess I can go on the Marked by Honor on my Sungrace Pegasus plan. So it's probably better to just make the trade here. And then Devouring Light his Willforged Golem. So yes, I should have swung with Sungrace Pegasus. I didn't. Because, I don't know, just a really bad decision. Just bad decision making brought on by frustration from not hitting one resource that would let me cast my Triplicate Spirits. And I have both in hand. And he misplayed Festergloom. I think it's all of these things together and me losing this that is culminating into just ample amounts of frustration. Yeah. Yeah. That is unbelievably frustrating. I think I swing for one. He can't attack with this because he has to pay 3 plus 3 plus 3 to attack. So he has to pay 9, I think, to attack with that Gargoyle Sentinel, which he doesn't have. This is going to put me to 1, but I'm just really hoping, just praying, I can see one land so I can resolve my Marked by Honor. Alright, well, now it's too late, so too many turns of not drawing a land. Yep, go ahead, Gravedigger, doesn't matter at this point. I have no outs. Just looking to see some more spells, I guess. Still didn't see a land. Alright, game 2. Well, how about a Plains? Alright, so going up to 17 lands, which I should have had in the first place. This deck has made that abundantly clear. I guess we'll cut the Brawler's Plate. Seems a bit unnecessary, I guess. It's not bad, it's just probably not necessary. Pillar, wait, did Pillar hit anything? Yeah, it hit the Willforged Golem, and then I discarded it to a Black Cat, of course. Yeah, let's just do this again. 17 lands. Hopefully that makes a difference. We'll play first. I'm gonna try it. We're up at 17 lands now, so I'm hoping I can hit my land draws. If I can't, we'll be in trouble. I'll allow it. Might have to make the trade, but I'm not sure yet. Oh, never mind. Alright, I'm fine with that trade. I didn't think he'd make it, but he did. Oh, and then I'll walk right into a Fester Gloom. Fester Gloom's too devastating. I can't comfortably walk right into it. I mean, I can't play around it either. It's a legitimately tough spot. I'm trying to think. There actually is a way to play around it. All right, so the way to play around it is I get enough. All right, that's perfect, actually. So now I don't have to worry about it. I mean, you could have multiples, but absolutely not playing around multiples. Thankfully, playing the Triplicate Spirits, or not playing the Triplicate Spirits, rather, was absolutely the right choice. So that's the good news. And even trading the Selfless Cathar was a good choice. All right, so get in with the Griffin. And then he has Negate, which we never saw, so that sucks. He's going to get in with Child of Night, go back up to 11, which means we can only deal 10 with the Sanctified Charge, so Child of Night's going to buy him an actual entirely another turn. Just attack with everything. Why would you leave anything back? Yeah. So, Negate was the one card I was hoping not to see. Triplicate Spirits has done nothing for us, by the way, this entire draft. The most powerful card in Limited has done nothing for us this entire draft. That is so crazy to me. Sanctified Charge is not lethal currently. 6 plus 4 is 10. So I think we're just going to Oppressive Raise the Research Assistant, since we've got him on a 2-turn clock regardless. I don't want him finding cards. I think I'm actually going to oppressive raise the Child of Night too. I guess he could get a Tinkerer though to block, so alright. Leave it back. This lets him flesh to dust our Razorfoot Griffin, but I guess let's make him have it. Covenant of Blood. Yep, it's bad, so now I wish I had oppressive raise the Child of Night. I did not, which sucks. Two cards left in our opponent's hand. See if we can't find another Triplicate Spirits, another Raise the Alarm, another Threat. Sungrace Pegasus works. We have to leave back our dude. Yep, very obnoxious, very annoying. Can't do anything about it. Can't really afford to take 6 here. I think I'm just going to trade with the Child of Night, turn off his life gain, since we can no longer race. So we'll take our 5, which does have us. Land does absolutely nothing. I guess we'll oppressive raise the Witch's Familiar. I've got nothing else going on. Keep his mana busy. If he wants to attack with that, I guess. Covenant and then attack us for 2? No? Okay, we'll Forge Golem. So I've got Pillar of Light. I've got, that's about it, I guess. Pillar of Light. Triplicate Spirits. Let's get that out there. Four, 7, 10, 13. We have exactly lethal with the Sanctified Charge, but we have to see how he attacks. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get away from this scot-free. So he is threatening lethal. And I can't do Sanctified Charge, so I think we just block here, and then we chump the Will-Forged Golem. I think we're going to have to do a defensive Sanctified Charge. All right. Six mana, so I don't in fact have the resources to Bronze Sable and Sanctified Charge. So we'll just chill. At least all his mana's pretty much done, so he can't even peel from reality or anything. So block here, block here, block here. Wait, that's not right. That's not right. That is not right. Here, here, here. All right, great blowout play there. Can't do anything. We've got attackers. We've got Bronze Sable. I guess our guy is encrusted, however. So I'm a little less inclined to attack with him. You might be wondering, but why? Well, because he's got first strike on defense. And he'd only be able to get in 2 extra damage. So I think we save him until we've got lethal blow. Until then, we just chill. Keep him back on the defense. All right, that's not a big deal. Got the flyers. Now we're seeing all the lands. Yeah, it's actually awful for us since he can block with it. So can't think of a worse top deck. Actually, yeah, I can't think of a worse top deck that he could have had there. Maybe Covenant of Blood if he has multiples. That would have been worse. There we go. Scuttling Doom Engine. That does nothing against the Wall of Frost. That's funny. Never have I seen a card so brutal be disrupted so easily. Another pretty decent top deck. Admittedly not that good against our first striker. But yeah, the Sentinel, I honestly don't think he could have asked for a better top deck than the Gargoyle Sentinel. I can't think of a single one. Because Aeronaut Tinkerer actually wouldn't have done anything. It was literally Gargoyle Sentinel or bust. Which is very funny. And then we get the land, so we'll chill. Can't do anything. Scuttling Doom Engine does absolutely nothing against Wall of Frost. Which is just... Wait, power 2 or less. What am I talking about? Now I have to think if I want to... No, that's it. So this forces the... I guess it doesn't force the chump yet. Does not quite force the chump. He still kind of wants that Sentinel. So we're at 4. He's got a couple attackers. If he found some way to get rid of my... I guess I don't know what one card would do that, so... That is correct. Scuttling Doom Engine is actually great against walls. Maybe not Wall of Fire, but most walls. Did I pass a turn with Scuttling Doom Engine too? Please tell me I didn't. Yeah, divination's kind of scary. Encrust number 2. Yeah, Encrust number 2. Pillar of Light doesn't do anything for us, unfortunately. I can pillar his Wall of Frost, and it lets me get in with Bronze Sable, couple spirits. It does up my clock a little bit. I mean, I can kind of feel like I want to save it in case he gets a deadlier threat, but this actually feels like the right turn to do it. Because then we threaten lethal next turn with the Razorfoot Griffin, of course. Well, it doesn't have flying, so I guess that's good news. Fortunately, it makes our Bronze Sable a little less good. That was a bad draw. Swing team. Black Sable. Takes lethal. Alright, won by a nose hair. So he's got multiple encrusts, which locks down our Scuttling Doom Engine. He's got Child of Knights. Maybe I want the Soul Menders. Maybe they're better than the Oppressive Rays. The Oppressive Rays is too good against the Gargoyle Sentinel to pass up. It's just too good. It straight up says take it out of the game, you know? It gives it a ground, it makes it a ground blocker only. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem worth it. I don't think I need the Soul Menders. I think we're as good as we're going to get. Okay. It's definitely a keep. Opponent's playing first. It's got Fester Gloom. I have to remember that. Maybe I could have done one Soul Mender over one Oppressive Rays, but I didn't. I feel like, unfortunately, I have to trade Child for Swiftclaw. I don't like doing it, but at the same time, could Oppressive Raise it, I guess. I'm just not sure if that's going to be better or worse than just blocking. I mean, creatures are good for us since we've got Convoke. Alright, well, that's the better Oppressive Raise target. I got to deal with it. My guy's going to die to a Fester Gloom otherwise, and his Child of Night won't. So I just feel like I should just get it off the board before life gain gets out of control, because I do have the answer to the Murklurker in both Pillar of Light and Oppressive Rays. Maybe pillaring it is wiser, So we know he has negate. I think we just pillar. I don't want to deal with that late game. He would have to pay 6 mana to use its life link ability, but considering how late the last game went, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. Alright, we'll get the skirmisher out. And we'll just F6. He can be marked by honor, which is kind of nice. I'm trying to think of the removal we saw out of our opponent, and actually I'm having a hard time recalling now. Besides Festergloom, because I don't think we've seen Flesh to Dust. I think we saw a Void Snare. I'm almost positive we saw a Void Snare, but I'm not going to play around it. Gravedigger getting Child back. It's much better than getting Murklurker back, so that's not a big deal. So we'll play the Marked by Honor. Get in for 4. The Oppressive Rays rapidly got bad, I admit. Still pretty good on a Sentinel. Alright, Oppressive Rays on Research Assistant is actually just fantastic. Take his entire turn and all of his resources in order to do anything. I think this is actually a fine opportunity to bust out the old the Oppressive Rays here. Both of them, just so we get that extra 4 damage in. Alright, he had the peel from reality. I feel like we didn't see the peel the entire match. I don't think we did see the peel the entire match. Or was that like he was debating negating it? Maybe that was it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess he was debating casting negate. So now we're in Seraph of the Masses territory, which is kind of nice. He's a little more motivated to leave his mana up. He can basically pay all of his resources to use his Research Assistance ability. It's interesting. Is he going to Festergloom? He's tapping all his black mana too. I mean, I could just block the Gravedigger, take the 2. If I make the trade, I can't play the Seraph, and even if I could, the Seraph's smaller. But lifelink is going to be a big deal. I want my Cathar to stick around in case of Festergloom and I get like a triplicate spirits, so I'm going to take the Child of Night. Could have killed it, but the fact that it still forces him to sort of mana sink into it makes it a more attractive option. Oops, not that one. This doesn't die to Fester Gloom, so that's good news. Alright, that sucks. Guess I should have played around the encrust, since I knew he had 2 of them. My bad. I think I'm actually going to use the Sanctified Charge here. You might wonder why. Well, for a couple reasons. Keeps my Seraph big, and I first strike. So, because I first strike, he doesn't gain life, and my guy lives. Which I think makes it better, but I don't know. Just drawn lands. Can't attack into the research assistant, really. Divination. It's bad news for us. Is he going to bust it? Is he going to pay his 3 plus the 4? It's pretty crazy. I guess it works. Did an old 7 mana loot here. Looting again. The low cost of 7 mana. But a loot is a loot. Discarding Fester Gloom. So Triplicate Spirits is back in action. Raise the alarm. He has Encrust mana up. Doesn't look like he drew it. We've just been drawing planes for a little while here. We get round 2. All right, got there. Thank God. This deck is too good to lose to. This deck is too good to lose like that. Honestly, that was just a really close match, considering how many powerful spells we have in our deck. But I'm glad we got there. We're on to the finals now.